The good, the bad, and the odd. They seem to talk about everything.
Welcome to this episode of The Good, the Bad, and the Odd with your hosts Mark and Sam. Today we are talking about the Clone Wars movie, which is the 2D animated movie made by Tartakovsky, and Revenge of the Sith. So finishing off the prequel trilogy by George Lucas. Hi Sam.
Hey.
Right, usual. If you want to get hold of us, look at the show notes on the website. We're on Stitcher if you consume podcasts, or if you want to consume podcasts that way. Here's a little trailer from another podcast, and then we'll pull up the comfy chair.
You're about to experience the cultural phenomena.
What's it all about? Know what I mean?
That's sweeping the nation. Oh yeah, it's happening.
It's frightening what we've created. The Stinking Paws Podcast.
I'd sooner go out and see a bleeding horror film, I said, than a thing like that.
A fortnightly show where we review classic and not so classic movies. Truly fine professional piece of work, taking a look at some of your favourite movies of all time. I'm ready to go. I'm really ready to go. No, I'm not. You can find all our previous episodes on our website, stinkingpaws.com.
Unorthodox Suros. Yeah.
Follow us on Twitter @stinkingpaws or join the Facebook group.
The majesty and grandeur of the English language is the greatest possession we have.
And it needed something to sort of give it a breath of... It needed something to give it a... I can't say it. I can never say... I always say fresh of breath air.
Brilliant.
The noblest thoughts that ever flowed through the hearts of men are contained in its extraordinary, imaginative and musical mixtures of sound.
Probably could not do a podcast if you can't say basic
English.
Yeah.
And you can also subscribe to the show at iTunes. As we said, a truly professional podcast. Yeah, they all sort of play each other off each other. That sounded wrong. They all sort of play each other off. How do I say that? They play one another. I'm not even going to go there.
They
play.
Let's give this some serious thought. They play one another against each. No.
Does that sound right? I don't know.
I know what you're trying to say.
Get the comfy chair.
Okay, so this is episode 426, and last time you and I talked, we were doing Clone Wars actually, wasn't we? So we're very Star Wars this month, but like you say, it's coming out. Yeah. It's coming out mid-December, so we're kind of gearing up to that. In fact, we may do another Clone Wars one before it, and probably one of the next times we're going to talk about Star Wars, it will be Rogue One. We'll be talking about Rogue One.
Yeah,
which is cool. Looking forward to it. I'm hoping. I hope it's going to be the best film of 2016 because it's not been a great year for movies.
Nah,
but we'll see. Okay, so how many have you got?
I've got 3. So
3. Okay, I got 2, and they're fairly slight. So you go first.
Okay, now because it was Black Friday recently, I got myself a 2DS.
A 2DS, going old school. Yeah. Old school.
No. There's the original DS, there was the DSi, and then there was the 3DS. But because the 3D messes with people, Nintendo released the 2DS, which is a variant just without the 3D. You can run all the games because it is a different console.
Okay, so can't you turn off 3D in the 3DS? Or am I dreaming?
Yeah, but I think it still has some... It's got a scaling thing, but it'll still it can still give people headaches.
Okay, all right.
At the lower setting, but yeah.
How are you finding it?
Pretty good. It's a fairly robust little console.
Cool.
It's more like a Game Boy than a DS.
Good old Game Boys.
Like rigid and all sorts. It's not a clamshell sort of thing.
Yeah. Isn't it? What is it, like an old Game Boy? Like a Game Boy
Yeah,
Advance?
like an old, like an original Game Boy
Man,
or Game Boy Color.
I need to, in fact, you know what? I'm going to Google it right now and have a look. So it's a 2DS.
It's a pretty cool little console. Yeah.
Nintendo
but
2DS.
I got it from Amazon on Black Friday. It was dirt cheap for this console. And I got it with a weird little game called Tomodachi Life.
Okay.
Which is...
Sounds
it's
like
one of those
Tamagotchi.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those games where over here it didn't do very well because no one really got it.
Yeah.
But in Japan, it's like insanely huge.
Cool. The game is huge. You mean?
Yeah, the game.
Okay, what colour can I ask what colour console you got?
I have a red and white one.
Red and white. I can't see a red. Oh, I see. Is it white front, red back?
White front, red sides.
Yeah, I can see one of those. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Right, anyway, yeah, go ahead.
Pretty nifty little thing. But yeah, Tomodachi Life, it's sort of like The Sims, but more hands-off.
Right. Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's played with Miis instead of just making a character in the engine. So, yeah, fun little game.
Okay, I'm really guessing you want some more games for Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking of what to get, but there's not that much that's really appealing to me on this. But there's a few that they're multiplayer and all my mates play them, and I've kind of wanted to play these games in particular.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So have your mates got 2DSs as well, or 3DS?
They've got the proper 3DSs.
Okay,
but they've got like
compatible.
special editions of them. So like there's Pokemon versions and there's all sorts of stuff.
Cool. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay, my first one is a Conan story.
Oh.
You know, I'm always reading Conan stuff, but this one I've not read before. Actually, I listened to it on audio. Let's be clear.
Okay.
But it was unexpected because when I put the audio in, I thought it was lots of short stories, but it turned out no, it was kind of novella. Even quite long, actually, almost a novel called People with the Black Circle. He'd obviously written it in parts because it was very sprawling. You know, Conan was in and out, but there was some interesting stuff here because Conan was doing stuff like taking on wizards, the Black Seers of Yimsha. It's quite, and a lot of it felt like it was Conan in India or Afghanistan. It was kind of that vibe. I really liked it, actually. There was some good stuff. You know, wizards would turn into giant snakes, and so there was a touch of that Thulsa Doom kind of vibe. So in fact, I'm just reading it about on Wikipedia. It's set in the Hyborian version of India, Pakistan, and Afghanistan. Now, Afghanistan in this is called Gulistan. And the people from it are called Al-Ghuli, so Afghani, Al-Ghuli, you know. Yeah. And it's fun. It's fun. I mean, the battles are kind of epic, but he doesn't really talk about the fighting much apart from the way that Conan sort of strides through it and takes all this damage, but just carries on and on and on and on. So this one had more usually when Conan has magic, it's some wizards, someone's a beast for him to fight, and that's about it. But in this, they were trying to mesmerise him and stuff like that. But Conan doesn't fall for any of that business. Just does not work on Conan at all. So it's kind of fun. These wizards trying to sort of mesmerise him, and he just gets the swords out and cuts their head off, and there's all that kind of fun stuff. So I rather enjoyed it. So I'm a big fan of Conan. On what I've got is a CD, and it's got 3 different. I mean, it's a pair of CDs, but it's got 3 like Conan novellas, and I've not read any of them, so I'm kind of looking forward to getting through to the next one at some point. But it'll be a while. I'm gonna have a bit of a break between this and the next one. It was kind of fun. Like everyone was hunting Conan in this one. Like he kidnapped. No, basically 7 of his chieftains. He was leading a massive tribe in the hills, and 7 of his head chieftains got taken and held as hostage. And the ransom was, there was a woman. No, they wanted someone killing, and they said, if you go do that, we'll let. He offered gold for the ransoms, and I said, no, you got to go to. Then it kind of turned into this princess got kidnapped, and he had to go rescue her, and that was part of the ransom. And then he found out that the head of the place had killed the chieftains, so he obviously didn't want the princess recovered. So it was like some sort of political thing, probably. Yeah. But because all the chieftains had their heads chopped off, and the tribesmen had heard Conan had parleyed with the head guy, they thought Conan had sold them out, so they were all after him. So it's Conan. Like, at one point, he could have just ridden off to a different country. He says, "No, I'm not doing that." It's like, no way, but because
this is too much fun.
Yeah. It was like, no, I don't run away from anything. You go, you think I'm gonna leave this place? No. Once I'm the king, I might leave. That's kind of his attitude. And in the end, the princess kind of offers him a kingship. It's like, if I want a kingship, I'll come and take this palace and take you as my bride. You're not offering it to me. It's Conan, isn't it?
Yeah.
So he just said no, walked away, you left. It's kind of fun, but she kind of liked that. I think she was a bit excited by him, really. Old Howard kept going on about the tingling sensations she had whenever Conan
Oh,
met her.
God.
All that business. It was kind of fun. I do like the Conan stuff.
Yeah, they are fun.
I've got a comic book series with Conan, and it's it works really well in comic book form in a kind of old-fashioned format, like something out of the 50s. It looks, but it really works well because Conan's kind of from the 30s, isn't it? So it kind of works. It's got that sort of morality to it. Conan doesn't do anything that breaks his own moral code, and it's a very 30s moral code. So it's kind of cool. Yeah. Anyway, back to you.
Okay, now as for my new DS, I got a couple of games.
Well, go ahead then.
Separate from the deal. It's the first of these is Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. Now,
okay, is that a dungeony kind of game?
Not really.
Is it turn-based? I've kind of heard of this, I think.
It's pretty much literally what it says on the box. You go out and you hunt monsters. Right. There's sort of an overarching story of you trying to sort of travel about, but the general thrust of it is, hey, there's a monster, go kill it. Hey, there's a giant saber-toothed toad, go kill it. Hey, there's a dragon, go kill it.
Okay.
And it's all about preparing yourself for these different and slowly bigger fights.
Nice. So so it's almost like a dungeon crawler, but it isn't a dungeon crawler.
But you're out on planes and sorting stuff out there. But a lot of the game is you preparing yourself for these fights. So going out and gathering herbs to make potions and explosives and stuff to trap the monsters. All to get the skin so you can make better armor so you can go out and kill more monsters.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're preparing for the big bad.
Yeah.
Typical. I mean, that's quite a good game dynamic when it works, because you feel invested, don't you? And it's kind of makes it fun.
Yeah, and the monster designs are very good. I do have to say.
That sounds cool. Sounds cool. So you're enjoying that one?
Yeah.
Do you know how long a game lasts?
Well, it's kind of infinite because you can keep retaking everything.
Oh, okay.
Indefinitely.
A lot of the small consoles do that, don't they? So
I don't know how far the sort of storyline goes.
Right.
But I do know my friends have put in some 400 hours on this game.
Whoa.
So
they'll cry if they lose their DS, won't they?
Yeah, well, it's stored on the cartridge, not the DS.
Well, the cartridge, okay. Wow, do you want to tell us about the other one, or shall I go next?
Well, you got one, and then I can go, and then we can go straight into there.
Okay, my one is... I was going to talk about film, but I've chosen one. I tried a new game. I've got a new... table game. I'll say a board game, but there's no board. It doesn't work like that. It's called Bang. The dice game. Bang comes in a card game variant and a dice game variant. It's kind of fun. It plays 3 to 8 players, but it really only gets serious when it's 4 or more. And basically, there's characters that are always there. There's a sheriff. There's a couple of outlaws and a renegade. Basically, you're throwing dice to sort of shoot at other people or take damage from arrows from Indians, and stuff like this. And the idea is the 2 outlaws have to kill only the sheriff says who they are. The others are hidden, but it kind of becomes obvious as soon as you start playing. The outlaws are trying to shoot the sheriff,
Yeah.
The sheriff's trying to shoot the outlaws.
But they don't want to shoot the deputy.
I'm coming to that. But the renegade's got an interesting dynamic. The renegade can only win by being last man standing. So in essence, it favours the renegade to act. The renegade can't win if the outlaws kill the sheriff. Right? So it favours the renegade to shoot the outlaws and then finally shoot the sheriff. Does that make sense? So the outlaws have got to try and figure out whether to shoot the sheriff and just go for shooting the sheriff, or shoot the renegade first and stuff like that. So it's kind of a fun. That's when 4 people play. When 5 people play, there's an added thing of a deputy, and it's the job of the deputy to protect the sheriff. But of course, because no one knows who they are, when people start shooting the outlaws, they don't know whether that's the outlaw or the deputy. Which includes the sheriff. So the sheriff doesn't know until the game ends. So it's a kind of a fun game. And then basically, as you have more players, there's more outlaws or there's more renegades. You know, it can go up to 8. And it was really fun. It's a dice rolling game. You can re-roll 3 times and stuff like that. And you can accidentally blow yourself up if you get too many dynamite things. And you get so many lives, and you lose lives and take lives back. And there's all sorts of special powers. It's really fun. It's a 15-minute game. That's the sort of length of time it is. So it's a good, nice tabletop game that runs fairly quickly. So I kind of enjoyed it. We played it a few times over the weekend, and it was kind of a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to getting a few more of that in at Christmas, maybe. You know, it's good for a family game, really. Yeah. So I enjoyed that. Anyway, back to you.
Okay, now the last game I've got here is a game called Fire Emblem Awakening. Now, it's a continuation of an old series from the Super NES era, if I remember correctly.
Old school.
Proper old school. But it's got very little to do with it plot-wise. But the game itself is basically a combination of like a square-based board game and eugenics.
Whoa, really? Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, so as you play the game, you recruit characters. And at some point in the game, because there's a time travel element, the characters' children come back and start helping. And depending on who you pair up, you get different children that come back. Yeah. So what you're going to be trying to do is, if you don't have enough wizards, you want to breed more wizards. So you build up your like a balanced force. Yeah. And if you don't have enough knights, you want to get more knights. That sort of thing.
Oh, that sounds cool.
It's like getting the ideal kids. And I think you could even get a 3rd generation of them fighting as well. So
presumably, if it went on, you get more and more generations. Or how much have you played of it?
Not that much, but like I say, it's a weird game, but it's fun.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
sounds good. What have you got your eye on for getting in the future then?
Probably a more up to date Monster Hunter, because I got this one with one of my friends who plays it a lot, and I was like, "Is this the one you play?" Because there's quite a few Monster Hunter games out for the 3DS and 2DS.
Oh, okay.
I was like, "Is this the one you play?" And he went, "Yes."
Yeah.
And then I got to theirs. It's like, "Can we play some multiplayer?" And they're like, "Oh, we don't play that one anymore."
Man, that's a nightmare.
Set me up.
Yeah, you got trolled proper there, didn't you?
Yeah. But now it's like, oh no, I have to play this really fun game.
Okay, all right, okay.
Yeah.
All right, are we done on the old comfy chair?
Yeah.
All right, I'll tell you what, let's play the trailer. Actually, you know what? I don't know if I can find the trailer for Clone Wars. If I can find the trailer for Clone Wars, we'll play the trailer for Clone Wars. If not, let's
just really need to play that first, minute or so of the actual show.
Yeah, I'll do
Silence,
that.
And then just sort of laser fire and Hans Zimmer music.
Right, we'll get into that.
John Williams, rather.
Yeah. We'll do it that way, and then we'll get into Clone Wars.
Prepare to board! If you're to succeed in combat against the best of the Jedi, you must have fear, surprise, and intimidation on your side. The strategy is working perfectly, my lord. The Jedi and their forces are stretched thin across the Outer Rim worlds in a vain attempt to contain our new offensive.
The city is under attack.
Defend the city, we must.
I won't fail you. No, Anakin. Don't fail yourself. I've got a bad feeling about this.
I'd like to have a serious talk with your programmers.
Come on, 3PO.
This General Grievous is changing the shape of the war.
Right, Clone Wars. Well, we watched this when it was first broadcast, didn't we? It was 5-minute segments.
3.
Yeah, and we quite enjoyed it then.
Yeah.
It was Cartoon Network, I believe, in the UK.
Yeah, it was Cartoon Network.
But I think we missed the odd one because they were like, they wouldn't record sometimes and stuff like that. It was a bit of a pain. But we saw it mostly. And then I got the edited together version, which I wasn't sure if it was going to work, but do you think it works?
Yeah, it quite works. There are some bits where they should have like cut to black and then let it fade back in.
Yeah,
but
they just jumped.
Because I think it was more effective, right? There's the bit where what's her name? Ventress has been slaughtering people in the arena, and she stands up and she goes, "I am Sith," and then in the original broadcast cut to black. You got to wait a week to hear see the
that was
part.
Cool. They picked their moments very well, and it actually, you know what? I think it was pretty smooth. The editing, it worked way better than I thought it was going to. It does feel like one decent continuous story. Though it was kind of nice to have the episodic because there was like tension at the end of the scenes, wasn't there?
Yeah.
But it worked well enough, I think. Well, even better than that. I thought it was great. Basically, there's like, I'd say, 6 or 7 sub-stories within the main story of different parts of the Clone Wars, would you say? And I think the first one's the clones doing a commando raid. Yeah,
there's the invasion of, I can't remember where it's called.
It's not, it looks like Coruscant, but
it's not Coruscant, it's the home planet of the Intergalactic Banking Clan.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And they got this basically seems to be deserted, but they got
Unilist. That's it.
Okay, they got to like infiltrate and do that, and we see the clones at their full glory of being proper professional soldiers. It's kind of cool. I really quite enjoyed.
You see the ARC troopers who are just all round badass.
Yeah,
and cool. Headed by Captain Fordo, you actually get. In the sort of storyline, he gets replaced by Rex from the Clone Wars. But yeah, he's still like far outclasses Rex in what he does.
Yeah, it's pretty epic. You know what? I enjoyed all these adventures really. The stuff with Kit Fisto was under the sea was kind of cool, and that was quite a short one. I think that might have only been one episode of 20. Or it might have been 2, but it was very cool. Kit Fisto fighting underwater with his lightsaber. And we see a lot of the Jedis in action through this, don't we?
We get Mace Windu fist fighting droids on Dantooine.
Oh yeah, he doesn't even need like a man. He completely dominates this fight.
There's this weird like hammer tank it like hits the ground really hard.
Yeah.
Causes a shockwave and like blows everything away, which knocks his lightsaber out of his hand. So he just punches everything to death.
Yeah, he just starts punching. He uses the force to pull all the bolts out of one machine to dismantle it, and then uses the bolts of shrapnel to shoot a load of robots. Oh man, it's awesome. Mace Windu's a badass completely in this. I'm not sure I've got much to say about it other than go and see it if you have not seen it. I have to say, I think
watch it for by far the best version of Grievous.
Oh yeah, Grievous in this is way epic.
He is terrifying.
Yeah, in this he was terrific. I kind of like him in Clone Wars, the TV series Clone Wars too.
Yeah. What's great is the moment he arrives, the tone completely changes because it comes like straight off the sort of the Republic has just won the Battle of Neolist. Like Anakin has beaten the Sith apprentice that's been hunting him. Everyone's victorious, and then they get a call from another Jedi Master.
Yeah.
And, like, we then proceed to see Grievous slowly take apart 5 Jedi in combat at once.
Yeah. He's pretty masterful.
Yeah.
I also... which segments did you like the best?
I can't really say there was a bad segment. I mean, the only one
there was none I didn't like. I agree. There was none I didn't like. I liked them all. I thought it was very exciting.
The only one I wasn't too fond of was the bit with Padme and Yoda in the snow.
Oh yeah, that was okay. It was kind of forgettable, wasn't it? Now I completely forgot about it until you mentioned it.
Yeah,
that was kind of forgettable. Though there's some cool stuff with. Isn't there some cool stuff with Yoda?
Yeah,
I think as I watched so much Star Wars lately, I'm having trouble remembering now.
He's like running through the snow, slashing droids and jumping on them and using the Force and throwing everyone everywhere.
Yeah, that's kind of awesome. I really do like the segment where Anakin, towards the end, where Anakin and Obi-Wan find this weird genetic experimentation going on for this race. And
the Nelvan.
And Anakin has to submit to a trial, and he sees like a vision. And we get a hint of Darth Vader during that.
Yeah.
It's kind of quite amazing. I love that bit. And for some reason, I always think he's got like body markings on him from it, isn't he? That fade. But I always think he's got those in Revenge of the Sith, but he hasn't. You've pointed out.
No, he just has a scar.
He's got the scar, but we get the scar in this, don't we? So we know it's there. This is a great series. I mean, the 2 hours really shoot by, and it is just over 2 hours. Really shoots by, and I just think it's a real shame it wasn't given a more distinctive name because it kind of just gets lost in the whole Clone Wars thing. And when you say Clone Wars, people tend to think of the TV series, don't they? And sometimes they think of the terrible CGI film.
Yeah,
that was in the cinemas. And then there's this, and if this was called something else like I don't know, Wars with the Clones or something, I don't know, something to make it distinctive, this will be much more remembered, in my opinion, because it is a really good series.
This also is like a far better setup to Episode 3 than the CG series is.
Yeah, the CG
it doesn't
series is just like
lump in a bunch of other characters that don't really have a part in the rest of the story.
Yeah.
So
watching this made me feel more bad about what happened to certain Jedi's in Revenge of the Sith than I would have otherwise. That's for sure, because they really came to the fore in this, actually. Having said that, I haven't seen all the Clone Wars yet, so I don't really know. So I thought this was great. I mean, I think we covered this before, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, and it's terrific. It's terrific. I haven't really got much else to say about it, to be honest. It's let me find. I'm just going to try and find my original reviews of it. It's been a while since I watched it, but I really I've got a note that says I think this is the best thing in the prequel universe. Would you agree with that?
I'd very much agree with that.
And I've also got a note of something you said while we were watching it. But I remember you said it, so I'm not nicking the credit. You said this.
Yeah.
There's more romance between Padme and Anakin in 10 seconds of this than the whole of the prequel trilogy. Which I'm actually, you know what? I feel that there's some good stuff in Revenge of the Sith, but there's definitely more stuff in this than most of Attack of the Clones. So yeah, I kind of agree with that. Though I do think you made the point last time we were talking about Attack of the Clones. There is something that works just before they go into the arena. That kind of works. Yeah. It occurred to me, just thinking back on it, I didn't say at the time, that stuff before they go to the arena makes me feel a bit like the bit in Return of the Jedi when Han and Leia get to talk just before Jabba splits them up, before they go out on the barge. It's kind of reminded me of that a bit. When he's laughing at them. So it reminded me of that. Okay, shall we... Anything more to say about this one?
No, not really.
Yeah, okay, what would you give it out of 10?
I'd give this a 9.
Yeah, I'd give it a 9. It's an easy 9. It's really good. I cannot believe it was made in 2003.
It's won a lot of awards.
Rightly.
Yeah.
And it's so unfortunate it gets forgotten. You rarely see it when you see Star Wars films on sale, do you? Do you know what I mean? It's all the first 6. You even see the CGI Clone Wars movie before you see this, which is a real shame because this is really good.
Here's how good people think it is. Here's how good people think it is. Think how many great cartoons that there have been. IGN went and ranked it among the top 100 animated series list. They put it as number 21.
Is that the TV show or this series?
This series.
21. Yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah, I could agree with that. What was like number 20? Give us a feel. Do you know? If you
just grabbing the list up.
Off the cuff question there.
Yeah. Number 1 is The Simpsons.
Yeah. It's going to be like Futurama, South Park and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah. Number 20 was Justice League.
Oh, right. I haven't seen Justice League, but I'd put this in with like Last Airbender kind of level.
Yeah.
Would you say? Something like that?
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
It's a pretty damn solid animation. And if you like, it's maybe Samurai Jack, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a break and we'll play Revenge of the Sith trailer and then get to that movie.
The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
Is it possible to learn this power?
Not from a Jedi.
The Council wants you to report on all the Chancellor's dealings.
That's treason.
We are at war, Anakin.
Very dangerous putting them together. I don't think the boy can handle it. I don't trust him.
I need your help, son. I'm appointing you to be my personal representative on the Jedi Council.
You are on this council, but we do not grant you the rank of master.
What? Obi-Wan and the Council don't trust me.
Learn to know the dark side of the Force, and you will achieve a power greater than any Jedi.
You're under arrest, Chancellor.
Are you threatening me, Master Jedi?
Every single Jedi is now an enemy of the Republic. Do what must be done. Do not hesitate. Show no mercy.
Who could have done this?
Twisted by the dark side, young Skywalker has become.
I feel so helpless.
You were the chosen one!
Okay, this was made in 2005, and, it's the third one in the trilogy. We have a lot of time passed between. I'm not sure how much it is, but there's years has passed between.
It's
the
3
end
years between Attack of the Clones and this.
Sounds right. So
Anakin is 21.
Anakin is a Jedi now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a Jedi Knight.
So he's a Jedi. The relationship between Padme and him is still secret, but he's getting kind of frustrated with stuff. What was your general feeling about this rewatch?
I still think this is the best of the prequel films, but it's still not great.
I have to agree with you. I think this is the best of the prequel films, too. I was always of the mind that I thought I liked Attack of the Clones better, but I haven't with this rewatch. I really felt invested in this one. A lot of the issues I had with it the first time I watched it, like, Anakin's turns too easily and the arguments are really weak for turning him, and he gets brutal fast. I kind of didn't mind it so much anymore. It didn't feel like, this is really taking me out of the film now. It didn't take me out of the film this time. Maybe I just got used to the idea. And so it flowed better for me. So I enjoyed it way more, actually, than Attack of the Clones.
I think it may have something to do with us watching them, like, back to back. Because, like, at the time of release, it would have been, like,
2 years,
3 years since then. Which does make you forget that he killed children because his mother died to the same race.
Yeah.
He has never been, like, soft in what he does.
True. And he was kind of desperate about that and bitter.
Even
Padme comforted him, didn't she?
Yeah. Even in, like, the first film, there's deleted scenes where one of the, like, kids calls him a cheater after the race, and Anakin just starts wailing on him.
It's a shame that was cut out, really. That would have enlightened it a bit more. The other thing that I really wasn't bothered by is the first time I watched it, it did feel like a bit of a race to fit in all the jigsaw pieces, that go into the second trilogy, like Yoda going off here and Obi-Wan doing this and the Leia going here and Luke going here. But again, it worked fine. I didn't have any issues with that this time. So I did enjoy this better with this watch. I thought it was exciting. I really liked it. I didn't think it was that weak at all. The only bit that I did roll my eyes out was the whole, Darth Vader going no stuff, which I think that the scene was had to be in there.
I get it.
It's just the way it was done felt kind of goofy.
Yeah.
With the Emperor, like, laughing. Because I think
that does.
Yeah. All right, it was at least doing it behind Darth Vader, so the Vader couldn't see him. But it kind of worked. But I was also thinking, wouldn't he know his wife was still alive while she was alive? But, it's one of those.
He was also, like, immediately thrown into a lightsaber battle against a guy who was a better lightsaber duelist than him.
Yeah.
So
I did like the duel between the Emperor and the Jedis. I thought that was really cool. Though it's a real shame Kit Fisto and the other guy got well, there was two of them, wasn't there? Kit Fisto got dispatched so easily. It's kind of a bit, Kit Fisto's gone, kind of thing. Mace Windu was a badass. As was Yoda.
Yeah.
And it kind of, the way they constructed the fight made sense, because Yoda wouldn't have given up that fight unless he had to. But when he fell all the way down, there was no, maybe he could have used a full skip back out, but it was more sensible that he just leave and realise he's been beaten.
I went back and watched, like, the end of Attack of the Clones before I watched this, and, like, watching it seems less like Yoda's can just go and wail on people with lightsaber regularly, and more that he uses the Force to let himself move that quickly.
Yeah. It's not part of his physicality, is it?
He has to immediately go back to the walking stick afterwards because he's completely tired himself out.
Yeah, there's a bit of that. He's a badass too, though. What about the fight with Dooku and Anakin and Obi-Wan?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, again, I kind of had I can't remember what the problem was, but I had a kind of a bit of a problem with him killing Dooku the first time I saw it so easily. But not a problem this time, because maybe it's because I've seen more Clone Wars, so I know what Anakin's gone through a bit more. With Dooku messing about, so it kind of makes sense. And I have to say, Ian McDiarmid was brilliant. Brilliant in this. Really good. And, Samuel L. Jackson as Mace Windu.
The thing is, like, Ian McDiarmid seems to be the only person that was really enjoying themselves in this
he
film.
was really getting it.
Everyone,
actually, you know what? Ewan McGregor was good as well.
Yeah, Ewan McGregor was good, but, like, throughout all of them, Ian McDiarmid just had a laugh, pretty much.
He's the one really solid constant in the 3 films, because even Ewan McGregor was kind of not quite in the...
Sucked in the first one.
No, I wouldn't say sucked, but he hadn't got used to acting against nothing, what George Lucas required. I think he got better at it of each one, and I think he was really good in this one. He was decent in Attack of the Clones and not too great. But funny enough, Liam Neeson was perfectly good, perfectly great, actually, in the first one, acting in that environment. He was really good. Yeah. But unfortunately, we lost Qui-Gon, so, that's the way it is. And I also thought Hayden Christensen was much better in this one.
Yeah, actually. He was.
He seemed much better in this one than the first one, though some of the makeup to make him look strung out was a bit... He just looks like a junkie kind of stuff. And I'd like to hear the rationale for his eyes changing colour. I guess that's a fault.
Well, that's like a dark side thing.
Yeah, I mean, the Emperor's eyes changed.
That's common across a lot of Star Wars media.
Okay.
If you go to the dark side, your eyes change to yellow or red.
Okay, yeah. And again, that whole scene with the younglings is brutal.
Yeah.
Brutal stuff. I wanted to ask, the clones, they get Order 66 and they all change. Do you think they're like encoded with that order and are completely unaware of it until they hear it? Or do you think they've already been briefed? Because they kind of seem to know what to do. They were like nodding at each other.
There's a storyline later in the Clone Wars series about this.
Yeah.
Where, if you don't mind spoilers...
No, don't tell me. I'll wait till we get to it. But I'll tell you one thought that occurred to me, actually. If they were pre-programmed, so they weren't aware of it, if someone accidentally... It'd be kind of a cool story if someone accidentally said the combination of Order 66 around a clone who was with a Jedi, what would happen?
No, it has to be from... Because the orders exist because they... there's like a bunch of others that are like, they make sense. So like, Order 66 is against the Jedi. I think Order 67 is to remove the Chancellor. There's like a bunch of them that are revolving around taking power out once the war is over.
Set by Kaminen or something?
Set by like the Galactic Army of the Grand Army of the Republic Command.
Right,
that's why the Jedi's have allowed it. So it's like, it's counterbalanced. So like, if the Jedi's go a bit power crazy, they can be taken out. If the Chancellor goes power crazy, he can be taken out. It's just that.
So they just use that order against them.
Yeah, and but the Order 66 has been snuck in to be like, you're killing Jedi now.
Yeah, and actually the decimation of the Jedi was completely... It worked, because sometimes when you think of it, you go, well, how would Jedis be trapped like that? But it's kind of so obvious, because they're completely overwhelmed by the clones.
Yeah.
There's no way they can deflect everything, and certainly some of the powerful weapons.
I think it's in some of the books, it's revealed that, like, some clones have, like, a really weird Force signature that, like, it makes them hard to read the minds of.
Yeah,
sort of things. Then
is that why Mandalorians are so good?
Space.
Yeah, because Mandalorians are quite good at fighting Jedis, right?
Yeah.
So that might be why, right?
Yeah.
They're all Mandalorians at heart, aren't they? They're all clones. Okay. I really enjoyed this. I thought it was good. And I think it's easily the best of the 3 now. It's not something that I thought before rewatching it, so this one changed my mind. I really quite enjoyed it, and some of the issues I had before just disappeared. Just enjoyed it. I thought the last act was particularly good and exciting, and it felt like it was ramping out, even though there was a lot of Luke's got to go here and Leia's got to go here, and we don't know it's all of that. It all really worked for me. It really worked for me. The fight in the volcano stuff I thought was really cool.
Oh yeah, Mustafa, brilliant.
Yeah, but again, it was kind of brutal with Obi-Wan just to leave him to burn.
Yeah. My one real complaint with that bit is they should have given them 2 different colours of lightsaber.
Yeah, it was kind of what
because what it was 2 silhouettes against a red background beating each other with blue sticks.
Yeah. I liked that. I mean, they looked sufficiently different for it amazing. And I like the little touches, like, for example, when Obi-Wan beats him, he actually picks up his lightsaber as he leaves.
Yeah.
So he's got Anakin's lightsaber at that point.
Yeah, to have at the start of New Hope. So.
Yeah. One thing I would have liked that I thought would have worked better if he'd have been gasping for breath just before they put the respirator on him, because he wasn't. He was writhing in pain, but he wasn't having trouble breathing. It would have been a nice little touch, and understand why he's got a respirator.
Yeah, well, there is a Darth Vader book that goes into like horrifying detail of what it is to be Vader. That is like basically due to both the heat and the magmatic ash, his lungs are basically wrecked.
Okay.
He doesn't have lungs as such anymore. He has a mechanical pump.
Yeah.
That goes no matter what. He doesn't control his breathing. He's just like it always goes.
It just goes.
Yeah, he describes it as horrible air being dragged across open nerves.
Oh, sounds
so like just the breathing is horrible to Vader.
And some of the he can exist without his mask for short periods, kind of, because we kind of see that in Empire.
But it has to be a sterile environment. So.
Okay, I didn't realise that.
Yeah.
That's why when Luke takes it off, he doesn't mind because he's dying anyway. So it doesn't matter. I did like the little. Usually, some of these touches are corny, but I did like the little touches that were nods to the other film. For example, when we haven't talked about the Grievous chase and fight, which I kind of liked.
Yeah,
I thought it was really fun, but Obi-Wan really took him out easily.
Yeah,
we know how terrifying Grievous is, but Obi-Wan is a master at this point, so it kind of.
But so were 3 of the people in those 5 Jedi he killed.
That's true. I did like, the little reference that when he finally killed Grievous with a blaster.
Yeah.
He said, what did he say?
So uncivilized.
Yeah, and just throws it away. That's a nice nod. And there's also a nod when Padme's dying. She says, "There's good in him still. I felt it." That's a nice nod. I like that. Worked for me.
Did you pick up on the reference to Yoda's speech just before the big fight?
No.
Yoda's "Do or do not. There is no try." Obi-Wan specifically says he will do what he must.
Oh yeah,
and Anakin goes, "You will try."
Yes, I did catch that. I didn't understand what you were talking about, but yeah, I did catch that. I mean, some bits didn't work. Still, I still find it really weird that Anakin force choked his own wife because he thought. But yeah, actually, it's Hayden Christensen sold it. Actually, he sold it just fine. So that was fine too.
As far as I understand it, the dark side basically throws all impulse control out the window.
Okay,
from what I gather. So it's like he got annoyed and his brain basically went choker, and he did it.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense too.
And since Anakin, well, from what we've seen, is a fairly violent person in his own right.
Yeah,
except when he's not got it under a leash.
Anger management issues.
Yeah.
I did like the whole, and again, Ewan McGregor sold the whole, I can't kill Anakin. He's a brother to me. That all made sense to me too, but then he saw what he'd become. So it all made sense. So I think this is the best written, actually, of the 3.
Yeah.
And best controlled. It almost feels like George Lucas took some advice from someone, because there's definitely better elements in this, and it fits together really well. Considering he had so many things to resolve, they all resolve well, and it all works well. You don't feel any of it's particularly forced. So I think it's a good, solid entry. I still think it's weaker than the original trilogy. But and like I already said, I think the Clone Wars Tartakovsky is the best thing. I don't think I said it, actually. I think that's the best thing of the prequel stuff, personally. Though I am digging Clone Wars quite a lot as we're going through.
Yeah.
I really like this film. What would you give this one out of? Oh, and the music was great, it has to be said.
Yeah, well, the music's always great. Yeah. I did notice, especially towards the end, they actually used matte paintings.
Did they?
Instead of CG.
Nice.
It was like, I was just looking at it, it's like, that's a matte painting.
Wow.
Because I could kind of see the scene around them. I was like, that's really...
cool. That's kind of cool. Or maybe it was CG to look like matte painting. You never know, do you?
In which case, it was very good.
Cool. What would you give this one out of 10?
I'd give it a 6.
Now, last time we discussed it, I think you gave it a 6 as well. I could be wrong. I actually gave it a 7 last time, and I'm going to give it an 8 this time. I really liked it. Way more than I thought I would. Remembering it, I really enjoyed it, and glad I've watched it again. And I'm going to think more kindly of the prequels than I have done in the past. I have enjoyed watching them. I even like the first one. The only really dreadful bit for me is the romance in Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
And Jake Lloyd's acting in the first one.
Yeah.
Even Jar Jar I can get over. And we should say he does appear very briefly in this, but no speaking this time, thank goodness.
No.
And there's also a political undertone. Did you think of Trump at all while the Emperor was going on about security and stuff like that? Didn't it ring a bell? It was a bit Trumpy.
I mean, the whole thing was supposed to be against Bush.
Was it?
He was, yeah.
Oh man, Bush looks like a teddy bear compared to Trump.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun. Okay, all right. Enough politics. All right, let's wind out there. So, I think next time we talk, will probably be more Clone Wars, but we'll see. Right?
Yeah.
We need to talk about it, but we have got more Clone Wars to talk about. So, bye from me. Bye.
Bye.